Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. Hey, baby, I'm about to talk to you about God's kingdom that's loading, honey. This is 99%, honey, and this was a sign of the time, honey, because Jehovah is working hard in these last days, honey, okay? And I'm tired of people talking all kinds of myths about Jehovah and JW.org and our community, honey, because that is not necessary, honey. Do you not see Jehovah's God's kingdom loading at 99%, honey? It is at 99%, honey. And this was seen at the Honolulu convention. So you know what that means, huh? Do you know what that means? I said, do you know what it means? It means Batman is interested, honey. Batman is interested, honey. We got Batman interested in the truth, honey, because we are all over the world, honey, even in Hollywood, honey. And this young lady right here used to be a Scientologist, honey, a Hollywood Scientologist. And she learned the truth. She seen this picture right here, honey. And she turned her ways from Scientology and turned to Jehovah, honey. And this brother right here, we got him up holding microphones already, honey. He's about to be baptized. Bam. And what do Jehovah's Witnesses do at the beach, honey? We make JW.org signs in the sand. Because that is the best thing to do at the beach. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Look at that. Getting in our field service time. These young people are doing it, honey. They are doing it like a pro, honey. They are getting their field service times in at the beach, boo-boo. Look at that. These brothers are wearing their suits and ties, and these sisters are wearing their skirts and dresses, honey, at the beach. Because that is what you do at the beach, honey. All the time. Every time, honey. This young sister right here done came up with a new way to, do Jehovah Witness preaching, honey, because the end is here soon, honey. We got to get as many people as we can, honey, because if the end is coming real soon, honey, the end's going to come here any minute now, any second now, any nanosecond, honey, now. So we got to get this on in here, you know what I'm saying, honey? So we got Sister Slowhead back here. She's still doing it old school style. She's still doing it old school style, sitting there with somebody and, taking a book out or whatever and talking and looking. And this sister right here, she gonna get the whole park in one fell swoop, honey, because she just gonna put JW.org on the side and sit there. That's it. And a zillion people can see that in 1 second, honey. Boom. Now, these sisters right here, I'm not too sure about, they're lovely sisters, honey, but okay, honey, let me tell you, honey. Okay, honey, so, let me tell you, okay? So what had happened was, honey, this is called, you know how you go out in field service from door to door preaching and stuff? Okay, honey, so, honey, what had happened was, honey, okay, look, I'm trying to tell you this, okay? So listen real carefully, okay, honey? These are some wonderful sisters, as you can see, baby. You see her? This is Sister Stevenson. And this is Sister, I don't know her name anymore, but honey, they are wonderful, beautiful sisters, honey, as you can see. And they've been with us forever and a day, honey. They are pioneers. They are lovely, super pioneers, honey. She's been pioneering for a long time, about 8 or 9 years. And she's been pioneering for about 6 or 7 years, honey. And they've been pioneering together, honey. And, sometimes it's, when the brothers is too many sisters and there's not enough brothers at the, at the conventions and at the assemblies, honey, and at the Kingdom Hall and Congregation. So sometimes we have caught a few sisters, trying to elicit or solicit, or I don't know how to really say it, honey. But anyway, honey, what had happened was real terrible, honey, because I love these sisters so much, and I did not want them to get in trouble like this, and I still don't believe it. I think it's nothing but gossip, honey. I think it's gossip and lies about these two young sisters. But anyway, honey, what had happened was, supposedly they had gone out in field service late at night, midnight witnessing, and I didn't think it was the safest thing, but they said they was going in groups and, midnight witnessing at the, at certain venues, honey, because we got to get all them people. We got to get them all in the truth, right, honey? So anyway, honey, they was accused of getting with somebody, with one of the men, and I don't believe it, honey. Why would they do that if they was witnessing, honey, somebody lying on them? Anyway, for some reason, this sister right here, honey, she's pregnant, honey, and we don't know how she got pregnant. We don't know how that happened, honey. We've been praying hard to Jehovah trying to figure that out, honey, because she was witnessing. She couldn't have gotten pregnant, honey. But anyway, they done disfellowship her, honey. We can't talk to her anymore. So, honey, I don't know, honey. I don't even know what's going on, honey. This is the brother right here, honey. This is Brother Nice, and he's real nice, as you can see. He's a wonderful brother, honey, and what he's doing ultra pioneering, and this is where you go out from door to door and you wear blue shirts only to match with the blue of the JW.org that you put in your back windshield. Okay, honey, you put that in the back of your windshield. You don't need to worry about looking through the windshield trying to see if there's cars whenever you back up or when you have someone behind you. You don't need to be able to see that part of the car, honey, because that needs to be JW.org. Okay? And then, honey, just in case they don't know what that is and what that is, then you got this thing right here. They can scan that in on your phone, on their phone, on your car, honey. And they can go straight to JW. It'll take them. What it will do, it will send the signal from the back of your bumper to your cell phone right here. Right here. We're going to send the signal. Boom. And you're going to be at JW.org. Boom. Like that. Boom, honey. And your life will be saved. Yup. And here, honey, we got the Holy Scriptures in cake form because that's the best way to take in the Holy Scriptures, honey, is to eat it. Don't you know that song by Michael Jackson? Just Eat It? Or was that another song? Anyway, honey, what we do is we like to celebrate things, like anyone else. And so we have cake and we eat cake and celebrate, but we just don't call it certain things, We call it Pioneer School Party, get together. Okay? Now, I don't know what kind of mess this is, but this is supposed to be field service. And what the heck you doing holding up some kind of fake holding trees? I don't know, baby, but I think some of these folks is a little too bored. Are y'all that bored? Can y'all not get you know what? I think some of these presentations that y'all be doing ain't doing worth a darn. You ain't doing nothing, talking nothing. You need to have a better presentation out of field service. That's why you got holding up trees now. I don't know what kind of mess is this, but I'm very upset. Well, honey, here we got it. Wow, yeah, baby, we got magical charm bracelets, honey. Yeah, and see, as you can see, baby, we got all of our literature on the charm bracelet. See that? We got our book, we got JWO sign, and then if you want to go, I think this is Alabama, honey, so if you want to hit Alabama, you can do that too. But, honey, we got the JW.org charm bracelet. Because we are transcending things now. It's not a charm bracelet if we put JW.org on it. It's a JW.org bracelet. So don't call it no darn charm bracelet, okay? This is a JW.org bracelet, honey. And this is what you're going to wear out in field service and on your job and when you go to the grocery store and when you go shopping for your car, when you put gas in your car and when you get your shoes done and when you get your eggs, milk, and bread and butter at the grocery store, your groceries, your fruit, your apples, your oranges, and your bananas. You better show this charm bracelet to the cashier when you come in the cashier line. You better show her JW.org before you hand her any money, honey. And then you better write JW.org on your money. Write on every one of them $1 bills, honey, because I know you ain't paying with no 50, honey, and no Benjamins and no Franklins and no Theodores and Roosevelts, honey. Now, oh, honey, this sister right here, she is so precious. She's having a Bible study, honey. She is having a Bible study, and she is studying with one of her college classmates, as you can see. And for some reason, he is wearing a head covering right along with her. I don't understand why. I know that she's wearing a head covering because she's studying with a male, and there's males in the building. And anytime there's a male in the building, Jehovah's Witness women and sisters, we have to wear head coverings, honey boo. And in this case, she didn't have any, hat or anything. She didn't come prepared, so she just took a napkin. She took a napkin for her head covering, boo. But I don't know, he seems a little confused about his sexuality, honey, because he's also wearing a head covering. So I don't know, honey. I think, honey, we don't ever think nothing like that because, I don't know, honey. I think he's confused, honey. That's why he's been studying with her for 3 years. They've been studying together for 3 years, honey, and he ain't been coming to the Kingdom Hall. So I don't know what kind of situation that is, honey, but I'm sure she's doing it right. Now, this brother right here, okay, so let me tell you what happened, honey, because see, honey, look here, honey, I know this is a lot of gossip going on in the Kingdom Hall, honey, but I got to whisper to you, honey, because I don't want nobody to know, honey, but let me tell you, okay. So, honey, this is a nice brother, okay. He's been with us for some years, honey, but recently, honey, I don't know. Okay, so what had happened was, honey, okay, sweet cheek, okay, look here, honey, child, look here. You see this right here? Okay, so, supposedly, he was studying, he had a Bible study at a bar, okay? It was a special kind of bar, okay, honey? Okay, honey, let me just tell you what kind of bar it was, honey, but don't tell nobody, okay? Don't tell a soul, honey, okay? Don't tell a soul, but it was a gay bar, honey, and we didn't know he was going in there, and he swore up and down he was studying the Bible with he said that was his Bible study, honey, but I don't know because, when, the brothers found out, honey, he was wearing a head covering, honey, and he didn't have a Bible or any of our literature at the bar, honey. Matter of fact, he was caught in a compromising position, I should say. So, honey, I don't know, honey, but we need to move on from there, honey. Whoa, there's Jehovah dog.
What is up with these guys? This is kind of cheesy, guys. Really, come on now. This little kid here. All right, fine. If little kids want to jump around and they want to act goofy, that's fine. But you're a grown man over here, and I could see if you won $1 million, or you get a big refund check back from the IRS. I could see you doing that, but you're just holding one of these lame, stupid pamphlets. That's it. There's nothing to be excited about. This is the most torturously, arduously boring crap ever. Can I just make a confession right now? I'm going to make a confession right now. Okay, because I really need to talk about this. I need to, you know what, I'm going to find out if I can go and get therapy for this, because I think I was really traumatized just by the sheer boredom of this freaking organization alone. I can't tell you how many times I sat at their meetings, their services, and I just grabbed at anything in my head to keep me busy or interested, because I was completely bored out of my skull. I think after the first year, you don't hear anything new. After the first year of being part of that group, every week, week in, week out, every day, you hear their sermons and lectures. They call them meetings, And you hear their talks and their meetings and presentations over and over, the same thing in the books. It's over and over and over. And it gets boring after a while because you're not allowed to deviate from anything. You're not allowed to be creative. It all has to be a certain way, and it cannot change or deviate from what they tell you it is. And it is just the most boring and dry drivel. So, yeah, I don't understand why you guys are taking these pictures, but there's a lot of cheating going on here. See, this guy isn't jumping. I'm going to let the kid slide. He's a kid. This guy's jumping, and the guy in the back's jumping. But this guy here, he's a cheater. You're not going to get saved at Armageddon. That's it. You're going to die at Armageddon, pal. And you're a bad example. That's why the kid's not jumping, because you're not jumping. That's a bad example. You see that? That's rebellion. That's an independent spirit. Now, over here, I wonder, how can Jeffrey Jackson, your leader, your governing body leader, how can he go around wearing Apple iWatches and expensive suits, living it up, and then your members in wherever this is are having to get baptized in the filthiest waters ever? You can't even make sure that they have clean water. So, what about this here, folks? You see these smiling ladies? Lovely smiles, right? Beautiful little smiles. They're happy. They're inside a coffee shop. And I imagine they're out in field service, preaching. Field service is the term that Jehovah's Witnesses use for preaching, public preaching. They're dressed in their dresses and skirts. She's got food there. She's got a drink. She's doing good. And she is too, right? And she's got her jw.org sign. And of course, they parked their cart right here. So they're probably counting their field service time, eating and drinking. But look at this man down here. Here's a homeless man. This is about as useful as jw.org can get, folks. Next time you have a Jehovah's Witness come to your front door, knocking on your door, offering you all of the answers to life, offering you everlasting life through their paradise, which, by the way, has a few pedophiles in it. Yeah, I said it. Pedophile paradise. Next time they come to your door, next time you see them out in public or even at your job, maybe they're your coworker and they're real cool. You know, maybe they're someone you go to school with and they're a real nice friend to you. Their religion, their organization, this is what you're going to end up as. And I don't necessarily mean that physically. I don't necessarily mean you're going to be physically homeless. But psychologically and emotionally, you're going to be a weeping little mess, just like him, curled up in the corner with nothing. They're going to strip you of your integrity. They're going to strip you of your values. They're going to strip you of your authenticity and of yourself. And you're not going to have anything left but JW.org to tell you how to live, what to do, how to move, how to think, feel, breathe. And then people that are homeless, that need food, instead of sitting there with your stupid pamphlets, your cart is not doing a thing for people. What this man needs is probably some food. He needs some shelter. He might even need some counseling, some coaching. He might even need some medications. And all of that costs something. Are you prepared to help this man? If you really cared about people, you would do more than just leave a stupid cart. You don't even want to stand next to the cart. You don't even really want to do this. Who are you trying to kid? You're out here in these carts. You're coming to my door. And you don't even want to do this yourself. You don't even want to do this. Otherwise, you would be right here. Why aren't you next to him? What, does he make you feel uncomfortable because he's homeless and he has nothing? He probably collapsed because of hunger, and your ass is in there eating and living it up, looking out the window at this man. You know what? I don't know about you, but the more I learn about Jehovah's Witnesses, the less I like them. And you know what? I have to be honest, I don't like Jehovah's Witnesses. I do not like Jehovah's Witnesses. This is what they do. You're about as useful as the dirt on the ground here with your pamphlets and your books. There's not even a Bible anymore. Not that I say that you should have a Bible, but you don't even have a Bible here. There's nothing, just your own cult propaganda. So, I don't know, folks. I got a little upset at this. But who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't get upset at this? I mean, I want to look at this again. And I want to have a serious note on this. There's nothing funny about this picture. I even labeled it not funny. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think there's any reason to be smiling. I don't think there's any reason for these two women. These smiles here, you know they have to have seen this man. You know they have to have seen him. And this is their card. They have sat here long enough to notice this man. They probably noticed him and put the cart next to him and then went there because this was the easiest way for them to watch their cart from this window, and they did not give one hoot about this homeless man. They didn't care. These are narcissistic smiles of lack of empathy, lack of compassion, and lack of regard for other people. They look like anyone else, but they do not work by the same social agreements that the rest of us work at. These two ladies have completely let this organization twist their values into being part of the enabling process of child sexual abuse within that organization. It's the truth, people. It's the truth. Jehovah's Witnesses pervert people's beliefs and values. They will take your values and pervert them. And they will have you be part of the enabling process of child sexual abuse. Yes. Jehovah's Witnesses require 2 witnesses to the act of child abuse. Otherwise, they will not acknowledge it. Otherwise, to them, it didn't happen. Now, you know as well as I do, no one in their right mind is going to admit to having been there and witnessed child sexual molestation. No one is going to do that. And first of all, before we get to that, child molesters do not molest people out in the open. They don't say, hey, you, come witness this, right? So this 2-witness policy, this 2-witness rule that the Jehovah's Witnesses have within their organization is by design. It is there to create a protective group for pedophiles and their enablers. There are people, and you can read this in psychology and study this, there are people that don't directly molest children, but they get off on seeing children molested. And many of them are women that are wives of child molesters. Yes, it is very true. And I venture to say that with such a high control group as this, that has rules in place that not only increase the chances, but pretty much create a breeding ground for pedophilia, I would say that there are a large number of women that are part of that. Yes. Yes, this is heavy-duty, sobering stuff. But look at this. Take a look at this. This is nothing to smile about, is it? I don't know. What do you think, people? What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong about this? Do you think I'm being too sharp or too harsh on the Jehovah's Witnesses? You know, these ladies themselves here, in this day and age, with technology at their fingertips, literally, they have to go out of their way not to know about the child abuse. They have to go out of their way not to know about the two-witness policy. Come on now. Everyone goes on Facebook and on YouTube and on Google. Everyone has gone there before. You can't tell me that with that jw.org pin, this woman here, this lady here, doesn't go on the internet. And you can't tell me that jw.org is the only place that she dare goes to the internet. You can't tell me that. It's just too easy. It's too easy in the privacy of your own home to log on to other websites from your cell phone where nobody sees. It's just too dang easy for people. You can't tell me that that is the only site she's going to. And then you know how YouTube is. When you keyword search for one video and get done watching it, you're going to see relevant recommendations on the side. And then you're also going to see a few opposing video recommendations of people that might have an opposing view of the keyword phrase that you typed in. And the same thing goes with Google. So you just can't tell me that these individuals are clueless about this. They're about as clueless about the child abuse as they are about this man. And they are doing the exact same thing. They are pretending the 900-pound elephant is not in the room. So let me know, folks. Let me know what you think. I invite Jehovah's Witnesses to leave me some feedback, too. I always enjoy when Jehovah's Witnesses leave me feedback because very few of them approach me in any kind of courteous manner. So I always enjoy when you leave me feedback because it helps me to understand more about your mindset. And often it proves my point. I don't have to do anything but just sit back and let you prove my points for me. And I appreciate that. All right, that's it for today. It's a little serious now, isn't it? I have a lot of serious topics to talk about. And in the coming months, I will be posting more videos about those serious topics. In the meantime, I'm hoping that these two ladies over here can get a conscience. Do you think they ever will? I don't know. But that's the thing, folks. You're ever considering becoming a Jehovah's Witness, your internal life is going to be this. And if you're currently a Jehovah's Witness and you're thinking about leaving, or maybe you're already working on leaving, you're trying to fade, or maybe you're thinking of just cutting things off abruptly. My message to you is, you're on the right track.